Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So, as you guys were probably aware, Sephora just recently did their holiday savings event. I did a whole video recommending products from Sephora to you guys a couple of weeks ago, but now the sale is over and I did pick up a few things. Listen, it started off with just two things and they came in the mail and I didn't try them yet because I was planning on doing a video showing you what I bought, and I was so positive that it would just stop at two things, and then I don't know, one night I started to discover new products from like makeup artists that I follow that I really wanted to try, or people here on YouTube that just convinced me to buy some products. And so I went back and I bought a few more things. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that I bought that I wanted to try on camera with you guys. The rest of the stuff is just going to be makeup that I already own, so that's what we're doing today. Let's just get right into it. The first thing that I picked up, and this was in the first initial order, I did want to try this, and I mentioned this in my video to you guys. This is from Rare Beauty. It's the Always an Optimist 4-in-1 Mist, and yeah, I just really wanted to try this. I've heard mixed things about it. Some people say it's the best thing ever. Some people say it's not worth it, so I wanted to give it a shot myself. Now, this is supposed to be something that you can use to hydrate the skin beforehand, so that's why I'm mentioning it first. Obviously, I'm going to use it at the end of my makeup as well, but I wanted to prep the skin with this as well. All right, let's get the sprayer going, and I'm just gonna mist this all over the skin. Okay, so it's a pretty fine mist. I still feel some droplets on the face, and it smells really nice as well. It smells kind of like lavender. It's really refreshing. So we've got that spritzed on the face. So one of my new favorite YouTubers, her name is Jessica Pimentel. I'm hoping I'm saying her last name right. She created a video talking about this product specifically. Like, she made a whole dedicated video on this product. Her title made me click immediately. And when I first went to buy this, it was out of stock on Sephora, but during the sale, it came back in stock. So I bought the travel size version to give it a shot before buying the full size. It's this right here. It's the CC Pear Tiger Grass color correcting treatment from Dr. Jart. And basically in her entire video, she was explaining how this product makes it so you don't need to wear foundation, or you don't need as much foundation, because it does a really good job at correcting redness, which you guys probably already know. And if you don't know, I definitely suffer from redness on my cheeks especially. So I was very convinced immediately by her video. This was one of the products that I added later on. Once I saw that it was back in stock, I just threw it in my cart immediately. So I'm going to kind of use this as a primer today. I also love how it has sunscreen in here, and the sunscreen is a physical sunscreen. There's zinc and titanium dioxide. So here's the jar. It's a little bit of a smaller size, but again, I figured since I own so many products, I should probably try this out on a smaller scale before committing to the large size. And it's literally like a green color, so I don't really know how much I'm supposed to use. I'm gonna start with that much. It smells really nice too. And let's go ahead and kind of blend this out into the skin. Well, first of all, between the Rare Beauty and this product, I already feel like I'm at a spa just with the smell of both the products. They're so nice. Okay, so I'm blending that out. You know what? I do feel like that toned down my redness a little bit. I didn't use as much as I probably could. I really like the texture. I like the feel. I like how even though it was green, it kind of blended into the skin. And it feels hydrating as well. And it also has like a little bit of a grip to it, which I'm hoping will mean that it's gonna be a good product for underneath makeup. I definitely do feel like that helped though. And if I used a little bit more, I feel like I could tone down the redness even more, which again, I feel like would be great for those days where you don't want to wear foundation, if you just want your skin to be more even toned, but you don't want to actually wear like a tinted moisturizer even. I'm excited about this if you can't tell. So the next product that I picked up is a Natural Glow foundation. It seems like it's more of a tinted moisturizer, but it doesn't have sunscreen or anything in it. This is from Giorgio Armani. Here's the packaging right here. So it's the Neo Nude True to Skin Natural Glow Foundation. Here is what it looks like from the inside. I bought the shade 3. I'm hoping that this shade will work for me. That's one thing about, buying foundations and things online, is sometimes it's kind of hard to tell what shade will work best for you. Okay, just based off of swatching that on the back of my hand, I think it will work. It might be a little light, but since this is supposed to be a little bit more of like a sheer coverage product, I think it'll be okay. So I'm gonna take this on my Zoeva 104 buffer brush, and I'm just gonna start to apply this to the skin. Okay, I might have gone way too light with this. Oh no. No! I was so excited. Okay, we're just gonna see what happens. Usually with Armani, like, I can nail the shade, but I don't think I nailed it this time. Okay, well, we're gonna try it anyway since it's already on our face. I'm probably gonna have to go back and exchange this for another color. I'm shocked. I usually am very good at buying shades that work for me, and if anything, I usually go for a shade that's too dark, but this one, I just don't know. All right, I'm taking my Flower Beauty sponge and I'm just pressing that into the skin. Maybe this will help kind of smooth things out a little bit. So what I'm gathering is this is a little bit more of a sheer coverage foundation, but it still does have coverage, so I think it's important to get the shade right. Once I've kind of blended it out, I think it'll look fine. But usually when a shade is that far off, I don't reach for the product, so I'm gonna make sure that I make a note to myself to get the right shade in this. I guess if I like the formula. I'm just taking what's left on the sponge and tapping that across the eyelid. Okay, I'm going to just apply some concealer under the eyes. Actually, I'm going to correct a little bit. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury corrector. This is not a new product to me, but I wanted to use it today. I'm just going to pat that underneath the eyes to brighten. All right, next I'm going to take the Hailey's Beauty Revive Concealer Cream. And I'm going to use the shade, what shade is this? Fair Light Neutral. And I'm going to apply that under the eyes and over blemishes along the jawline. And then I'm just blending that out with my same sponge. Next, I'm going to set the face with this Ciate London Everyday Vacay powder. I'm just going to take that on a fluffy brush and literally set the whole face with that. I'm even going to take a little bit of powder and set the eyelids. And you guys probably know by now I like to do this after using a setting powder. I'll just take the same sponge that I was using and I'm just using gentle patting motions to press that powder into the skin even further. Okay, next, this is also a product that I mentioned that I was looking at picking up, and I did end up getting this. It's from Gucci, which is why I waited until the sale to pick it up, because this is like a $60 bronzer, which is insane, but I've heard really good things about it. I would not have picked this up if I hadn't heard a lot of good things about it. This is the Gucci bronzing powder, and I got the shade 01. It comes in this velvet satchel, and then the packaging is really what gets me, let's be honest. Look how beautiful this is. So it has like a gold textured rim and then this gorgeous blue, and it says Gucci on it. I mean, it's pretty fancy. On the inside, you'll see that it has a really nice design and logo printed in. So yeah, we're gonna try this out. Oh, it smells very fragrant. You know, that's one thing that I don't really understand about some of these high-end brands, like designer brands, is there's always a lot of fragrance in their products, which I don't always love, especially since I have sensitive skin, but oh well though, I'm just gonna keep trying this out anyway. Hopefully it doesn't break me out or anything. Honestly, it smells good and it's not too strong. Hopefully it doesn't linger on the skin because that's sometimes where I can get headaches, but so far it seems nice. I'm just using this to warm up the complexion, which we needed so badly after that shade of foundation, but things are seeming to balance out a little bit better. Okay, this is actually blending very, very nicely, and I like the undertone. This comes in several shades, by the way. This is the lightest shade. For me, sometimes it's hard to find a bronzer that works well for super fair skin tones, especially if you're heavy-handed like I am. This seems to be a product that you could kind of be a little more heavy-handed with, and it's not gonna look weird, which I really like. Wow, actually, that's really nice. I'm just going back over the forehead a little bit with whatever was left on the powder brush just to make sure it's blended. I'm gonna go over the cheeks as well. Okay, I think that's actually really nice. I'm glad that I picked that up. I think I will definitely continue to use this. I like the tone and texture. The packaging is amazing. You guys may have remembered, let me see if I have it here. Yeah, I ended up buying the Gucci mascara from the Allure High-End Best of Beauty award winner list. And honestly, I'm not really floored by this. Even though it's Gucci, it's like, I like my drugstore mascaras better than that one. But this bronzer just might be one of those splurge products that are worth it. I just think it looks so nice on the skin already. Obviously, this is just my first impressions, but that's kind of my thoughts. After recently trying something else from Gucci, I'm noticing that like the bronzer is definitely something I could see myself recommending. All right, we're gonna pop on some highlighter really quick. I'm just gonna use this MAC highlighter. This is called Postmodernist Peach. It's the Extra Dimension Skin Finish. I don't know if this is still available. If it is, I will have it linked down below, but I wanted something with a little bit of a peach undertone because I have a lip color that I bought that has a little bit of a peach hue to it. So I'm trying to make like a monochromatic look. So I'm just kind of adding this to the high points of the cheeks and down the center of the face. Again, since the lip color is a little more peachy, I wanted to use my Clarins blush. This is the Jolie blush in the shade Cheeky Peach. This is also a product I picked up in that Allure video, and as I was cleaning my beauty room yesterday, I came across it again and wanted to wear it to kind of get a better opinion on it. I remember liking it, but I haven't really had a chance to try it out since filming that video. I think I wore it a couple times, but I don't remember what I think about it. So we're just applying this to the apples of the cheeks. This is definitely a blush formula that you build up on the complexion, but I think it looks really pretty regardless. I don't mind that in a blush. I'm just taking the powder brush and kind of blending the edges, especially in this area here, so it's not too splotchy. Again, I'm just going over the cheek area with my sponge to make sure it looks nice and fresh. All right, we're gonna do the brows next. I'm just taking my Anastasia Brow Definer brow pencil in the shade Medium Brown. All right, brows are filled in. We're gonna move on to just a quick eye look. I grabbed one of my favorite palettes for like a peachy look, and that is the M Cosmetics Divine Skies eyeshadow palette. So I'm just gonna do a quick look with this. I'm first taking this shade right here, and I'm creating a little bit of a transition shade, and then also using it on this outer edge here to kind of add some definition. This brush is actually a little bit dirty. I tried to wipe off the purple shadow underneath, but there might be a little purple getting in there somewhere. That's a sign that I need to wash my eye brushes. I'm gonna take this brown shade just using the same brush, and I'm just gonna start kind of building that up on the outer third of that top lid. And I'm also gonna take that and pinch the brush and apply it across the entire lower lash line. Then I'm going to take this shade at the bottom, again on that same brush. I'm just being a little bit lazy, and I'm going to apply that all over the eyelid. Taking that same exact shade on the same brush, and I'm just pinching the brush and applying it to that inner portion of the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take this golden shade at the top of the palette, and I'm going to use that to highlight the inner corners and also underneath the brows a little. I'm going back in with the brush we used with the brown shade and just kind of making sure that definition is still there on the outer corner and in the crease. I'm going to apply a little bit of the Benefit Roller Eye Bright Pencil to my lower lash line, or waterline I mean. Okay, I'm just taking the powder brush and dusting away any fallout under the eyes, as well as kind of lightly buffing the edges of the shadow. And now I'm going to apply mascara. I wanted to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, so I'm going to apply that on the top and bottom lashes. Okay, so after the mascara is applied and dried a little bit, I'm just buffing away any mascara marks. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off any foundation that got on the lips. And before we go into the lipstick I bought, I'm gonna take my NYX Suede Matte Lip Pencil in the shade London, and I'm going to line the lips with this. This has that peachy undertone. So the last product that I bought was from Nude Sticks, and it's the Gel Color Lip and Cheek Balm in the shade Haven. This is a product that I kind of discovered while I was stalking Mary Phillips' Instagram page. So she is one of my favorite celebrity makeup artists, and she doesn't really post the products that she uses too frequently. And I was looking at some of her previous work, and she had mentioned this in one of the looks that I just was obsessed with. She put this on one of her celebrity clients. I can't even remember who it was, but that's what made me buy it. So here it is. I just barely opened it. I haven't seen this yet. This is going to be like a little bit of a peachy nude. Hopefully it's not too light. Sometimes I don't like nudes that are this light, but we're gonna give it a fair shot. I think it actually looks really nice with that lip liner though. I love the formula of the Nude Sticks like gel colors. I like how it's a little bit shiny. Since this is a cheek color too, I'm just gonna tap the center of the lips and then smile and apply this to the cheeks to see what it would look like. It's actually really nice as a blush too. Even though I already had a blush on, it kind of helps tie everything together super nicely. My only thing with colors this light is I really don't like when it creates that line on the inner lip. We'll see how this wears, and if it fades funny or leaves a super harsh line there, then it might not be my favorite. But I do love the tone and undertone, and I could see myself using it even just as like a way to kind of brighten up the middle of the lips if I have another lip color on. So yeah, we'll see how I end up liking that throughout the day. All right, let's step back and assess the situation. That bronzer is really nice. I'm just gonna take what's left on the bronzer brush and kind of add a bit more to the skin. You know, after I put like the rest of my products on, I think that shade of foundation worked okay. I still think I'm gonna go and exchange it because, like I said, there's something about having a shade that I have to work with too much, or especially if it's on the lighter side and I can't like lighten it with concealer, it's almost more difficult for me to work with. So just to make sure I get my money's worth, I think I will end up switching that out or buying a new shade. But I just looked at the shade range, and I think the shade that I would get is currently sold out. So we might have to wait on that one. I'm gonna actually take a little bit more of that Gucci bronzer and apply it to the backs of the cheeks a little more. I'm going around the perimeter of the lips one more time with that NYX lip liner. Okay, I really like how things look. Let's go ahead and use the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist 4-in-1 spray. I'm gonna use this to set the face. I really love the smell of that actually. Okay, here's my handy fan. And then after I use my handy fan, I just like to take my sponge and kind of go over everything one more time. You know what? I'm actually going to add blush to the cheeks again. I know usually I'm supposed to do this before I set the face, but I really feel like I need a little more color. So I'm just taking that same Clarins Peach blush and just tapping it on top so it doesn't disturb the makeup underneath. As always, I'm going to take my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter to lock the brows in place. Alright you guys, so that completes this video. I'm really happy with how the look turned out. It's very soft, it's very wearable. I am definitely really hopeful and excited about so many of the products that I tried. It's actually interesting. I think I'm the most excited about the Gucci bronzer, which I had hoped for, I guess, since it was such an expensive product, and I have heard people say good things about it, so I'm really glad that it lived up to my expectations. I think it just blended over the skin so nicely. The only thing that I might be worried about is the fragrance, if it breaks me out. But it smells really good, so I'm excited about that. I actually really did enjoy the feeling and the texture of the Dr. Jart cream. I'm excited to see how that works when I want a more no makeup day, especially right now while we are wearing masks. It might be a great way to kind of cancel out redness but not wear makeup. So I'm excited about that. And also I really love the feel and the finish of this Armani Neo Nude foundation, but again, I don't think I'll be able to give my full opinion until I get my shade right. Because sometimes that can throw things off, especially if it's a lighter shade, and if it moves at all and my skin tone underneath is darker than the foundation, it just shows up more, if that makes sense. So I'll keep you posted on that. I'm actually very excited about the Rare Beauty mist as well. We'll see if it helps with longevity throughout the day. I already feel like it did help immediately melt the products into the skin, and it was a nice way to prep the skin. The smell of this, especially when you couple it with this CC Pear Tiger Grass cream, I mean, I literally felt like I was at a spa getting a facial. That's how nice it smelled, but it wasn't like a artificial fragrance. It's just like the ingredient fragrance, if that makes sense. So I'm really excited about that. What else did I get? Oh, the Nude Sticks pencil. I am actually excited about this. The longer it's on my lips, the more I really like it. Again, I'll keep you posted about how it wears on the inside of my lips, because for some reason that's just a pet peeve of mine if it doesn't wear off right. And I'm like going throughout my day and I have like this weird line on my lips. I really don't like that. So we'll see if it does that to me. But with this makeup look, it's a perfect color, so it's hard to like not like it at the same time. Plus I think it's really nice how you can kind of take that on your fingers and then just press it into the cheeks and you have a little bit of a monochromatic look. That's another great thing about that formula in general. So yeah, overall I'm actually really happy with my purchases. Sometimes that doesn't always happen when it comes to a haul, trying a few things, but I'm glad that I picked up all the things that I did, and I definitely feel like I will be using this the most, which is unfortunate in a way because it is so pricey, but I'm glad that I got to snag it during the sale. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button, and if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. If you guys want a brief update on how this wore throughout the rest of the night, I will have that in the description box down below. If not, then I will see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye!